Life goes up and it goes down. I know my mom taught me that. I figured why we fool around so little, and we keep track of time, being so serious, idiots.
So now we're on to part 2. Hello and welcome. My name is Yvonne and this is STICKYMESS17. My channel is all about cleaning, information, inspiration and motivation. So if you're interested, please like and subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you're notified every Wednesday and Sunday at 10 a.m. when I upload a new video. Now this is the next day after the last video that you saw where I was painting the understay cupboard in the utility room, and I have still got everything everywhere. And I cannot even get into my washing machine and tumble dryer. So I'm going to be taking out as best I can, shove it in the tumble dryer so that I can be doing my laundry whilst I'm busy faffing about and doing everything else. But I need to get these counters cleared and get the floor cleared because 1, it's a real big trip hazard. 2, my cats are struggling to get in and out the house. And 3, it's doing my absolute brain in. So now there's just so much stuff on the floor, I can't even open the door this morning, but we will get in there and the paint should have dried by now, so I can definitely start repacking this room. Even though this room is filling up quite nicely and everything's been put away properly, I don't know if you remember in the last video when I opened up the door, I couldn't even walk into the room. So you'll see the transformation at the end and how much room I've actually got. I haven't actually got rid of a lot of stuff, but there's 2 big containers that I had pipes for plumbing and painting and decorating stuff. That has obviously been put away now instead of just being dumped in this cupboard. The toolbox is all nice and put away. I'm putting bits away. Who loses their number 10 socket? I'm definitely one of those, and I've just got a replacement, so I need to put that back in my socket set. Yes, I do know how to use tools. I might be a woman, but I know how to use a tool. And then just carry on tidying up, putting things away, and you'll see how much space is left over at the end. Okay, this Bosch cutter blade thing, it's like a vibrating cutter. I've had it for about 5 years, and I'll be honest, this is the first time it's going back into its box. It's been sat in this carrier bag for 5 years now, and I'm putting it away. I've got some extra sandpapers and things like that. Trying to make them all fit so they can keep all together, and so all the parts are together, and it just makes it more manageable when you need a part. Now this is my little screw box, that little white thing there on top of my tumble dryer. That has got all my screws, hooks, picture hooks, washers, all sorts of things in. I had a Tupperware type dish ice cream tub, absolutely rimmed with them, and I've just separated them all out into these little containers. Yes, I sat and sorted out my screws by size. You know, size does matter when you come into screws. So I decided to just sort them out, and I tell you what, as much of a pain in the bum it was to get it all sorted. Okay, it took me probably a couple of hours. This was a few years ago, and I've kept my screws in the correct boxes and sizes. It's so much easier when you just say, I need a small screw, boom, you've got it, and they're all sorted, no digging through, piles and piles of screws.
Oh,
So 2 things. This is just your reminder to subscribe. Thank you to everybody who is supporting me, and also a reminder to get rid of any tools that you don't need in the house, that you don't use, that are broken, any screws that you aren't using and that you'd no longer require. It's a good clearance of the mind to get rid of the screws and the tools you don't need.
Here and I move with my body, move with my body. All night long, we body going and the dance goes on. We body going and I'm here and I move with my body, move with my body.
My Quality Street tin has just got wall plugs in it. Wall plugs are a pain to store because they just are, well, they come in like strips and then they just, you take one off and then there's just loose ones. So I just keep them all in my Quality Street container and they're all manageable. And I keep a variety of sizes because you never know how big a hole you're going to have to fill.
Me and your side, 'cause I can do this all night. You can call it what you want, I got something else in mind. Oh, if it's you I've been waiting for, I better make you worth my.
Now, my toolbox is full of junk and there's rubbish in there and there's things that are falling out of packaging. There's things that are still in packaging, like an electric screwdriver, the one of those ones that you test the voltage and make sure that the sockets are off. Yeah. And I've got a stud finder, don't know. And a plumb line. I just need to sort this out, get rid of the rubbish and tidy up my toolbox as well. Again, having that organized and making sure you get rid of any tools that are broken that you don't need is a good clearance of the mind. Well, it is for me anyway.
Let your colors burn, let your colors burn now. Let your colors burn now. I let you in the dark, I'm waiting in the dark.
This blue cooler box that I'm bringing in now has got a cigarette lighter for your car, a 12-volt adapter on it. So it's actually a cooler box with a fan and a little mini refrigerator. I've had that from Halfords. I've had it for years. It's brilliant. And then it also comes with an adapter that can plug into the mains, so that if you've got medication that needs to be refrigerated, if you're in a hotel, you've got a fridge with you and it's transferable from the car. And you can also keep your drinks and obviously your picnic and stuff like that. So I'm definitely not going to get rid of that. I haven't used it for a fair while, but obviously with everything going on with the lockdowns and things, we haven't used it. We haven't been out for a picnic and it's just good to have to hand. Now, left spare umbrella, brush, the outdoor play mat, sleepover bed, whatever you want to call it. We usually use it in the garden to lie on in the sun. That's just going to be put away, but easily accessible. Now I'm bringing in the contact paper. I'm going to store that on the side out of the way but under the shelf so it doesn't get damaged, even though it is half of them are squished anyway. But it's good to keep the contact paper to hand, any leftovers that you got, because you never know where you might have a nice little project that you've just got enough paper to wrap something with. And contact paper, as you know, I've just wrapped my whole kitchen, so I have got loads spare. This is a picnic bag I got from my mother many years ago, probably coming up 14 years ago. It's got plates, cups, salt and pepper, napkins and all sorts of things in there. Again, haven't used it for years, but this is what my utility room cupboard looks like now. It's all organized, tidy, and you can see some floor. That's my little screw box, my tools and screwdrivers and drills and bits and bobs. And look, there's still loads of floor left over, and then I'll just hang my overalls on the side of the door and close that, but as you can see, it has left a right mess in my utility room. I have zoomed in here obviously so you can see the dirt, because it is absolutely disgusting. So that is my next job, to clean that up and just tidy up the utility room a bit.
For so long, I've been thinking that we're more than just.
So I'm just going to vacuum the floor, and there's some bits on the floor that I will have to use some white spirits to get up. But that is the end of today's video, guys. Thank you so much for your time, your patience watching my videos. I really do appreciate every single one of you. If you want to see my videos earlier than what they come out on YouTube, you can get my basic tier on Patreon. It's £3 a month if you wish. Otherwise, you can just wait until my videos come out when they're ready. And that is on a Wednesday and Sunday at 10 a.m. GMT. I upload every week, and I have a load of content and cleaning, motivation, inspiration and information, and I just have other things that I potter around the house and doing. So be sure to look after yourselves, look after those brains, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, see you, bye.
Life goes up and it goes down. I know my mom taught me that. I figured why we fool around so little, and we keep track of time, being so serious, idiots, thinking it will matter, keep me company downtown before the clock runs out.